Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sogdian Saga, and yes, this may surprise you because I was originally trying to, it's like, yes, we are partaking in a Zoroastrian Great Holy War for Chernigov, and we try to jump ahead of time, like say a few months till we get to the front lines. I mean, I'm bringing most of my troops over, and all of a sudden, Empress Chant has ascended to heaven at age 56. She died a natural death. That's surprising, despite the healthiness. Known as a pious woman, Chant has spent many of her years studying the ancient scriptures and learning all that there is to know about the Ahura Mazda. Well, she was a member of the Hermetic Society and theologian, all that. So yeah, a good pious woman. So, rest in peace. And now we have Shahanshah Jamshid. Shahanshah Jamshid, beautiful beyond words. Jamshid's appearance will have foreign dignitaries groveling at his feet. Long live Shahanshah Jamshid. They're referring to his attractiveness, despite the fact that they call him Red Cheeks. Have a look at him now. Now he wears the Kayani crown. What? Do you think a big bearded man is considered attractive? I mean, look, he looks similar to his brother, Chakapak. But again, he's married to a woman who's currently a student over at the, well, not anymore. I mean, it'll go away in a moment because she was in Imperial Academy, but now it says Persian Empire, so that means, well, she dropped out. It's time for you to be the, Benemption, you know, the Queen of Queens, you know. Use your words, man. What would be considered an attractive man's look of Sogdian heritage? Oh, now I understand why they call her red cheeks. Do you see him close? Yeah. Anyways. I wouldn't want to have some... Again, I'm not the kind of guy who's like, oh, I wonder what a good man will look. Something that just fits the crown and not through it because it looks kind of odd. As far as, you know, texture is concerned. I'm thinking this, I mean, it's the best I could come up with without having that, you know, that long hair that looks like it's kind of interfering through that crown a bit. So, anyways, are there any other ones that kind of stood out to me? You know what, screw it. Why are you worried about portraits? This is probably what an ideal, attractive Shahanshah would look like. Again, an attractive wife with an attractive man married to an equally attractive wife of his, Chat, who was named after that grandmother of mine. I'm sure one day we'll get along. And the only thing that's preventing me from becoming, you know, perfecting my attractiveness is, unfortunately, I'm a big eater. I'm gluttonous. So let's just have a private conversation. Maybe I could seduce her. Yeah, let's just become lovers so we could start having a little bit of children. And I'd noticed that despite the fact that I have a learning education, but this character's got some high stewardship. Yeah, pretty high stewardship compared to everything else. So I thought, well, why don't we just stick with business? Maybe I should join a Great Trade League because I got so much of this money that I gotta do something with that money. In which we'll have that dealt with when we finish this war for Chernigov. Oh dear, you got a lot of things to do. First, drink the Fountain of Youth. You're now 22. Young, prime in your life. And since I'm a man of stewardship, apparently, so... Haruvatat. Perfection. It's gonna hurt my diplomacy a little, but... Don't care. I'll have these books equipped at the moment. Form a sky barrel and the digestion and the court decision. So we got all that. Keep focusing on Constantinople. We're trying to make this prosperous again. I mean, I know we're joining that war, are we not? I don't know if these festivities would cancel out once I join that war. So send out the invitations. Oh, really? She was prestigious enough for her to have a golden tomb, just like Devashta. Even though we told them that we don't ask or tell anyone where is Devashta buried. Well, we could say the same thing about Chant the Mary, who was disfigured, just like Devashta, but it's kind of odd. They say that she was a theologian, but no virtues. So she was a sinner at the end of it, but she was formerly a holy warrior belonging to the Immortals. And I don't plan on joining the Immortals. I'm not that kind of guy. I wish I was, but not for me. So if we're going to spend on something, at least spend a little. So she shall have a golden tomb worthy of her name. Yeah, put in another tomb up in the mountains right next to Devashta. Just like the Achaemenid king of kings at that time of their empire, where they would have tombs up there on the mountains somewhere in Iran, Persia proper. The designated region is the Benediction of Bosnia. Oh, by the way, Bosnia, Croatia, Carinthia, Serbia. There you go. Oh, and one more thing. Yeah, we got all these books equipped, which it'll check up in a moment. There we go. Took a while to register it. So here's my actual skills. 13 diplomacy, 8 martial, 20 in stewardship, especially with the business focus now, and the Confucian musings back in the days of Zarathustra, the Soshim. And let's not forget the Kayani cookbook by Darius, and the crown that I wear. And I got a bit more learning just to live up to the, yeah, not only some kind of musings, but 2 law codes. Remind you, these are passive books. They don't have to be equipped. They're just, once it's your treasury, it's activated. Let's up the fertility even more, because, you know, we need children, damn it. And let's just take advantage of this very high stewardship by joining the Great Trade League. I mean, at least the market isn't crashing. Just clearly, I could contribute to something. Not going to be a warrior type. And the gain is pretty good. Good stewardship and diligent will do. Too bad I don't have the great mind, and I gotta get rid of gluttonous at some point. And what am I going to do with all this money? We'll worry about that. For now, march to Chernigov. The Willie. He was, oh, was I ever tutored? Just wondering. No? Okay. My lord, since it's been found in the library, a scribe catches from an old book from Epirus Chet. I joined closer expense have to agree with the assessment. Old indeed, I sneeze. Should have someone care for it, the scribe suggests. Whatever it is. Kama Sutra! Only Indo-Aryans read this stuff. Hey, that reminds me. Hey, you don't got that. Oh, do I have a gift for you? Besides that Tamil book you got there and the whole book, you may be the Emperor of the Bengal Empire, or what I sometimes refer to as the Empire of Magad, in reference to their capital in Magad, where Patliputra is. I got a book for you. Sure, we'll spend a bit of it. Hey, you have a seduction focus. You are young and in your prime. Kama Sutra. Sutra is another word for scripture, by the way. Apparently I own Iliad and the Odyssey too. 1001 Nights, Arthashastra. Yeah, I know all these books well. Let's not forget that lost philosophy. There it is. Again, has culture group Indo-Aryan. We Iranians, Sogdians in particular, can't read this stuff. But you can, because this is up in your alley. If I was Bengali like you, I would have children right this instant by reading that book. But no, remember, focus at the task at hand. Chernigov! Sogdian Saga, as the Russians would be calling us for it. No, thank you. Thank goodness for my high diplomacy. So I try to seduce her. I mean, we're both attractive. I mean, you like me well enough. On the same day as we have accepted the offer to join the war, Chat returned my kiss and more. Afterwards, we talked for hours, and I find myself fascinated by her sense of humor. As we part, my heart is singing over her name, and I cannot wait until I see her again. I must learn everything about her. Life is good. We fell in love. Well, I'm happy that you, even though it still says student, I'm just glad she dropped out of the academy to go with me. So now we selected a remote, secluded location for the tomb, and ready and waiting to start digging. Get to it. Apparently we're still observing the digestion part this time. Oh, that's what I get for being buttons. What do these people think of me now? All the vassals and whatnot. Very positive, except Syria. Pretender and claimant of the Persian Empire. Oh, that's going to be problematic. That's what I get for transferring the bloodline. And the fact they're associated descendants like the rest of us. So, made around prosper, so let's just be a little popular because of the fact that I am attractive. Yeah, a good-looking man can make myself popular. Yeah, handsome devil, you. Land here. Look at you. You got red cheeks like me. Because after all, you're drunk, so... Yeah, we'll be winning, okay? Once the tomb stand completed, it sparkles of all the gold and steel, then make sure to properly seal and cover the tomb. Take an extra caution to make sure no markings reveal its location. And kill all the workers so that no one but me and my personal guard will know where to find it. Don't want to be that guy. So, we'll just say magnificence. No one shall ever disturb it. Yeah, we're both humble. And you are ecstatic that Kama Sutra is now you, and you are going to make good use of it. I don't know what this Hindu school of philosophy would tell you, but at least I hope you try to defeat your paranoia that you got there, since you are a Buddhist. What Buddhist are you? Doesn't say which branch of Buddhism it belongs, so he's just a Buddhist. He's not Mahayana or anything like that. See what I mean? I still have my knowledge in all things India. Celebrate the glory of our mind. There have been increasing complaints from the merchants in nearby town lately. It seems there's a number of naked Jain ascetics have taken to sit and preach in the main square. The merchants say they understand the need for respect for other religions, but the naked ascetics are driving away customers and upsetting people's sensitivities. Did we really expand upon parts of the country where Jains live in the Empire? Oh yeah, they came from over there. probably just nothing. Huh. We will ask the ascetics to move to a less prominent location. Giants in my realm are upset. Are there really giants in my realm? So we'll just mark it as not my religion. Yeah, oh yeah, there are. Plenty of them. There are a lot of giants out here. None of them landed, though. No landed giants. They just happen to be living in parts of Persian-controlled India. Well, we have no use of hermetic agreements anymore, and we make some of that money back. And while Constantinople prospers. The Bosnian army will be the first ones to attack their capital. Wait for it. Alright. This is our way to try to increase the stewardship skill a little. What I really hope for is some chain event that could help me give me a lifestyle trait. Head to that. Oh dear. The Great Famine in China is finally over, and now Civil War rocks China. We know the Great Famine reduces the silk trade, but this, at least the value has gone up a little. But maybe it'll be returning to native Chinese rule again. I mean, I'd never given them any gifts. Oh, watch it. We're going to be heading their way, so... What's my combat skill? I should be using a better weapon than this. I know I don't have the knowledge to use that handgun that... Chet, my grandmother, Chet, created. And for goodness sakes, put on this armor. Why am I wearing this low quality stuff? You're not going to go into combat with that type. And we got to use this sword again because of the mixed units of the Bosnian army it has. So, oh dear. I mean, at least once I'm out there, I'm going to get that trait regardless. So I need to be there. Just get the best ones. This way. Anyone else that hasn't been landed, do so. Actually land here. My first day in battle, and yet they say the commanding presence of the battlefield was felt during the recent victory by friends and foes alike. I bolstered the spirits of the men when it was needed most. I personally led the final charge that broke the back of an enemy army. Well, they were just rebels. But songs will be sung of this day. Great way to prove myself. That reminds me, the box of gems, these trade goods, we should look for, search the domain for more resources. And I'll be sure to go every once in a while, visit the market, and sell the trade goods, because I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do with that money. Just focus on the war first. Remember, these are mainly tribal areas, not feudal, so it'll be easy to take. We have arrived at Chernigov, so our armies now stand poised to take part in the great holy war for the kingdom of Chernigov. Ahura Mazda be praised, and Gund in Shahanshah. The army of the Shahanshah. At least that's going to make me look positive. Well, once I have children, they will finally be married off. Where? Bastards. Split up. One goes this way, the other goes the long way. These are all the armies we're committing. We're not going to commit, you know, every single levy from the Persian Empire. Alright. Chernigov has finally fallen to the mighty arms and the wrath of God. Keep going. Where are their Catholic armies? Absent. Oh man. Since when has she become so valuable to you people? She's an adulteress. But if I was to be, you know... So why not just... Yeah, that won't be much, so yeah, go ahead. You finally win. You get what you want. Or did I, Who did I marry you off to? Oh, excuse me. I didn't notice. Nonetheless. I better have children soon. If you want to win this war, you gotta defeat the Chernigovian armies. In fact, this way. Sieging alone isn't gonna win your wars. You gotta defeat them in a battle at least once. This is our chance. Sure, my center may be broken because I'm not that well skilled in martial. But hey, for variety. A shield maiden. That's rare. A Zoroastrian shield maiden. Other than that, there are some Zoroastrians inside, but we're here to liberate them. Because we're tired of seeing a Catholic Russia, whereas we're trying to grow a Zoroastrian Russia. So Chernigov will be Zoroastrian. That's what it's going to be. Oh, these guys are still around? Bingo. Move on. Take the leave. We are lovers, so she'll be more accepting of my decision. Serious foeman too. Are we yes, we're contributing the most of it. Whereas the rest of you have done nothing. We're doing all the work. We don't want this land to be part of the Persian Empire, but rather we're going to put up a willing Russian Zoroastrian to run the country, and then later give them independence. too much about piety. Oh, hell. Get up there. Take him with you. You held on. And after all, they crossed the river. Well, it's 100% now. We got our victory. Everybody come together, because we have to disband. Oh yeah, Kurmasta. You remember the Immortal still. So they gave you this mission, and it seems you had quite a hard fight for yourself. You were wounded, they broke your finger. Yeah. That guy really gave you a beating. Well done. Don't want to lose that. Come on, what are you waiting for? What? Oh, okay, hold on. Here's the results. The Great Holy War for Chernigov against King Alik of Chernigov has resulted in King Alik of Chernigov converting and becoming a faithful Mazdan. Ahura Mazda will surely be praised. Praise Ahura Mazda! Unfortunately, this would be an uneasy peace because... Yes, you are a Zoroastrian, but what of your heir? Zoroastrian, but... Well, for once in prison. Catholic, 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 Catholic. Everybody else is Catholic but you. So they are more than likely, despite the positive opinion of them, they're more than likely to revolt against him because he's now converted to a totally foreign faith. You will have your wife back. I'm not going to ransom you. This is just me showing mercy to you. And plus, you are morally bankrupt. So yes, we beat the heck out of you, and you have converted, so... I guess we will be marching home, and what is Bosnia up to? Return to ships. I did not notice what you're playing. Bosnian Holy War. Oh, now you're going to be expanding upon to Italian lands. To there. So, praise Ahura Mazda. Now I could focus on business. Quick-minded, not attractive, despite the fact both of us are attractive. Well, got it. I will name him Karush because, I want to name it after him because of, you know what? My, uncle. My uncle, yes, Uncle Karush. Because, you know, he's a good man, ultimately. So we wanted to name my son after him. Okay, you know what? Since I'm in a money-making mood, well, start ransoming. So Chernigov is Zoroastrian, for now. Not the exact result I wanted. I thought we were going to conquer it. Instead, we beat the heck out of him so much, apparently, the Movadan Moavad gave him a decision, and he decided to convert to Zoroastrianism. The true faith of the Russian people is Zoroastrianism. Not Catholicism, not Orthodoxy, not even the old gods of the Slavic pagan faith, but Zoroastrianism. Oh yeah. We'll definitely make cash out of that. Sure, everybody's going to take attrition losses, but at least everybody will go home. And we'll restore our ways to have money to be made. Especially from Constantinople, where we used those levies. And we didn't have to commit our crack troops from Sogdia for it. Yeah, I was just wondering. So much towards culture. Up this a bit. Because you know about that vassal. Hey, how's the Byzantine Empire doing? Just curious. No defense pact. Well, let's not rush it. Let's not rush it. Take your time. Guess we'll have to use our assets then. Right. Now that peace has been prevailed in this region, not necessarily, but if when we fight against Byzantine Empire, our likely place to expand, let's see, parts of Kingdom of Greece, will likely be there. So maybe we should just try to snake our way into Athens, maybe Achaia, and we'll create Zoroastrian Greece. Well, if you become gluttonous, then let's share that, even though you are well fed. Oh yeah, you're the guy that I gave you gems, which you already sold it. This Bosnian game master who's also an apprentice trader and follows a Hindu philosophy. But he's not an academy graduate. So find an apprentice. Be patient. Speaking of be patient, well people, I did some thinking while I was walking outside about the interest of not only the ways to make money, which we do make a lot of, and the Silk Road these days are not at its very best because of invasions, famine, and civil wars, in which originally I hoped for native Chinese rule to return. All that and more. So I came up with this idea because you know how we've been bothered by these raiders every once in a while. And we got all this money that I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do with. And then an epiphany came onto me. Had an epiphany. Not necessarily from Hermetic Society, so we don't mean that kind of epiphany. Like, what's the best way to keep away raiders? I mean, obviously not of the size of the Mongol Empire. No, no, no. You know how China has that Great Wall over there, which they tended to keep out barbarians. Which clearly has failed them because the Jurchens came in time and time again. And I thought of a location of, if we had our own Great Wall, where would it be? Like, are we thinking the Hotan region of the Tokharians? Where they cannot flank around these mountains? Although they could take the long way round. That's one thing. Or even route through the Pamir. Or even the Fergana Valley region. Which, again, another area that they can't flank around, although they could. For the usual routes of the ways to head to Samarkand. Because I thought of a future of if we ever had another big war with China, not necessarily the Mongol Empire, they're our friends, which they'll eventually weaken one day due to fighting many forces. If we ever fight against this future invasion of China, knowing that they'll bring massive armies this way, and they will march their way through the desert of the Hotan region, or in the Tokharian language as Yatari Mapoi, they could march through these areas, and then they would head straight for Samarkand. Because I remember when I did the Assyrian series back then, they came from this region and they didn't besiege any of those areas. They marched their way all the way to Nandana in Gandhara, where we had a struggle with them. So, how do we slow them down is the real question. I mean, if you look at the defense here in Afrasiab, it's great. I mean, we're about to finish the castle town in about a month. Unless we have improved keeps up to improve that anymore, which will prevent, you know... Oh, that's terrible, 4th level. That's terrible. I mean, need to improve on that. The 4th level. You gotta start building up these walls a bit. And that's even worse. What the hell? Yeah, we have neglected our defenses for this. But don't worry, I have something that can, I have came up with an idea just for it. Oh, and do not forget about this one, which is what leads into the land of, we know today as Tajikistan. And that's much worse, so we gotta increase the 4th level. Because remember, it has to be up to 4th level 6, where enemies cannot assault to make the defenses go down easy. And I'm sure these Tokharian areas are pretty much worst off. Not even their capital. Oh no, their capital can manage. At least you invested in something, you and your vassals. Despite the fact you live along Silk Road and you get your share too. To improve these defenses further, we're not just going to build just castle walls. We need our own Great Wall. The Great Wall of Sogdia, imagine. In my past playthroughs, we once built many things, including Grand Fortress in Nadana when we were Assyria. I'd never built Great Walls. So the construction of massive city walls out of defense structures will surely protect the province against besieging enemy armies. Especially we had problems with raiders that they really want Samarkand, which is often why we put our 5,000 strong retinue there. It's gonna take until December 1st of 1261 to finish all this. It's gonna take 21 years and 3 months. And before we build these walls, it must be noted that we currently have a construction level of 6. So that reduces great work built cost and time. Sure, trims off a bit. But that's for Samarkand. But what about the rest? Roughly up in their level. So next time, invest in construction when you get that up a bit more. And that's partly the reason why I chose business focus at first. Not just for the trade aid, but I hope to get to that chain event that will help me make me an architect. Yes, Jamshid Rekchiks, the architect. That's what I aspire to be. This is going to be one of the most ambitious construction projects yet. The Great Wall of Sogdiana. So, this will cost a lot, since we already own more grid works, and it's going to keep going up, so... We're not going to build it in all provinces. We're not going to build it over there. I mean, that's going to cost more and more to build, so let's restrict it here in places of Arushana, Dashhowutz, Bukhara, Nakshab, and Chakanigan. Wait, how do you pronounce it? Chaganian. That could be it. Unless you people from Tajikistan are watching this and you may want to correct me on... Nonetheless, let's start building up. Remember, you have to be up to level 4 of improved keeps of construction, so Here's one. Oh, geez, it keeps increasing. Because of the same type penalty. Okay, let's just build it here. Yeah, just... Okay, you see the difference when you got construction leveled down a bit versus a level up? Same type penalty. Yikes. Okay, let's have another one here. Another one here. I think we got room for... Nope. No room for one more, but... I think it'll do. Plus, raiders wouldn't come here. This is less prosperous land. Unless we can make it so. But that's at the behest of this vassal. That's what we've invested on. Walls. Great walls. Surround Samarkand. Although, with the exception of Dashwoods, that's pretty much the only exposure we'll get. And this mountain range here is our natural barrier. No need to borrow money from Jews, but if you want to make more money, well, you gotta go to the market for that. Oh yeah, I forgot, decisions up here. Well, I don't have the assets right now. But... So yeah, this is Jamshid's most ambitious project yet, which may take up a good 20 years of his life. Once we get to 11,000, build one more section of the Great Wall here. By the way, what's the construction level here again? Less. Okay. When a castle town is built, and more, so further increase on the income. And how much is the monthly balance for building all of these? Okay, that's good, invest. That's good money. Mother died of cancer. The craftsmen I funded a couple of years ago returned to tell me that their success with the sport were able to set up their business. Now it's one of the most profitable enterprises in Nakshab. Great! More taxes for me! Ever since my pursuit of wealth began, I started keeping a close eye on both my income and expenses. My coffers seem to be filled to brim more often than not. A thriving economy is good for the realm. I'm an aspiring trader. Oh, by the way, stewardship skill, does it matter? Yes. High stewardship skill means more further income in all the Mazapanites, including Constantinople. But we'll ignore the other area of Hila because that area is often raided and it's been neglected, which is rather unfortunate. So in a hypothetical Chinese war, they won't go after it, sir. They would go straight for Samarkand. So building great walls in 20 years' time, even though they will not be up in their full stage to realize their potential. See what I mean? Another reason why we built this wall. Because of raiders. And I'm going to go in after them. Because I need to pick up a leadership trait. Just to make it feel like that I did something. And a Tokharian can come with me. Because he's got the cavalry leader. Shah Vishtas the Cruel. So yes, particular stories but circular correlated focuses on an epic feat where Vishtas proves his straight for character. The more I hear, the more I wish to emulate him. Yes, let's hear a story of how great of a liar he was. Of Shah Vishtas of Sogdiana. That was a long time ago. That's how long ago. So yeah, I'll be deceitful. Despite the fact that it lowers my diplomacy. But I had to get the deceitful because look, it's good for the trade league. It's not good to be a liar when you're a Zoroastrian, but hey, in the realm of business, you gotta be deceitful. I received some bad news this morning. My prisoner, Sergio Jivetsky, escaped from a cell last night. She had outside help, but one of the guards might never wake from the blow to his head. Countess Georgia of Belts was surely behind this. A Greco-Croatian rush? Yeah, I remember. And it was an attractive one, too. Well, she had outside help. She didn't seduce the guards. Well, my combat skill versus his. Is it really worth risking my life for this? Knowing that Karush is just... Screw it! Just as I tear severe gash across him, none I found manages to tear severe gash across him. Dizzy, I collapse into the snow. That ogre to the man won this one. Plus, Nanai is a Sogdian name. Yeah, Sogdian parents. And this guy's gone full-on Uyghur raider. Well, we both got severely injured. But do not worry. I have health books, so I'll be alright. I just got my tail kicked, but I'll be alright. Here's an attractive one. Actual spam. At least it's on an iPhone. Is there anyone that anyone could count in this court? I've been looking for an apprentice to lessen my workload, and I'm surrounded by oafs. There's this woman, Chat. A lot of chats lately. Got approached me the other day about work. Perhaps it'll do. But she's quick-minded. Yeah. There, you got your assets. Now go sell. Do we even have trade goods of any kind? No, I don't think so, but if we're going to buy something... While looking at what the various shops have to offer, the man calls out to me. He claims to have the greatest software, 2 bundle of books for the price of 1. Listen, I got a library full of them. Rest now. I guess that's why they call me Red Cheeks. Well, matter of fact, this blood in my face takes a whole new meaning of Red Cheeks. Calling out for his scam. I'm calling bullshit on him. On the books. And I've assaulted a respectable merchant. I shouldn't be so paranoid. Sometimes when I see my soldiers practicing their swordsmanship in the training grounds, the face of Nanai Farn flashes before my mind's eye, and I relive the duel we fought. It sends my heart racing. Somehow I fail to defend my honor. Some days the shame is overwhelming. I'll make him pay for this in time. You and I are going to have a rematch one day. You don't want to... I was about to say, hey, if we ask him to settle a venturer, I can just duel him right here. It's like, hey, since you've been meaning to duel, how about we'll make yourself at home here? Whichever province you want to live, and then we're going to beat him. Yeah, that's the way to do it. He got lucky, alright? Yes, that's the deal. Oh, by the way, if we were to settle you, oh, that's basically giving away a count as well. Let's negotiate him. Even though he's currently in retreat. To the respectable Shahanshah Jamshid, my lord. Your prosperous lands mark you as Shahanshah with impressive abilities. I have an offer for which you ensure lasting peace and Tunis. Let me rule the county of Kiva in your name, and no one shall dare touch it again. Well, I did say it was neglected land to me. I could give it to him, and then we're gonna kill him. Make it feel like, haha, revenge. Offer it up for the price of 800 gold. If he accepts, he will become my vassal, be protected from raiding adventurers for 10 years. Give me enough time to build up that wall. What say you, Nanaifarn, the Sogdian that became Uyghur? I've considered your offer, my closest advisors. I'm afraid I cannot accept these terms. He was a fine country, but I think you'll agree the benefit of agreeing with peace peacefully far outweigh the sum of the government request. So he just wants it, anyhow. No, it's not enough. And plus, with him being Manichaean, he'll be easy to assassinate. Just give it to him! Land is yours. Oh, and he just became a Zoroastrian. I forgot about that. We can get rid of him, but wish I could revoke him right now, but I just gave it to him and we're in a non-aggression pact. That's a slight mistake. And this land is going to be given to these people. Oh, no, 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 do not worry, do not worry. I got it. Imperial administration, I just remembered. One thing's for certain. Hope you die. Yes, you've converted Zoroastrianism. Yeah. But I got a bone to pick with you. Just wait till he heals up. Well, as a matter of fact, we both heal up, then we'll fight again. Let's not get dirty here. Yeah, I got issues. Listen, even if we get rid of him, and whoever belongs to them, well then I'm gonna have to, well, revoke them through Imperial Administration rules. Huh. Well, I am a gluttonous man, and I need to get rid of that. Well, maybe I've been eating a bit too much, so I'll just start eating less. Whereas my wife's been eating a lot more than she should. Need to warn her politely as I can. And she got rid of the fat trait. She's having a hard diet. How much is for that? Another section of that wall again? We can build it now. Just wait a bit. Good. Don't have hard diet yet. Let's just try to go to the market again and just... I don't think I have anything to sell, do I? Yeah, we do have local goods. No? Well, if I was going to buy something, then, oh yeah, I know what to do. You already picked sell, not buy. Thank you for not paying attention, red cheeks. Well, anyways. Now let's build up one more segment of that Great Wall. I'm sure it'll be a little bit late on its finishing touch. But by or must, we really spent nearly the entirety of my treasury just for the construction of these great walls here. And they will not be stopped. I mean, as you look at the expenses again. This is how much expenses for great work construction versus retinue upkeep. That's just insanity. Oh, hold on. I didn't know I could promote the trader already. But nonetheless, it's going to increase the trade value of the trade post. Despite the fact I have 340 assets. You're supposed to have up to 750, but it's halved if I have apprentice. Ah, golden blood. Thank you, Darius. Thank you, Darius. So that means people of my bloodline who are members of the trade league have a much easier time to promote. Yeah, rank up at half cost. I forgot about that. alliance. Well, I was a peddler, but now I'm a trader. So that means I have to get up to 500 assets to become a merchant. Yeah. He's healed up, but not I yet. Bosnia did not complete its conquest. Burgundy bit into it. No need to be cruel. Ah, you got heretics. We still got the money. Yeah, we spent nearly all that treasure for that. Just for future reference, position yourselves in Thessaloniki for a future war against Greece. Well, basically. Alright. Well, now I got a scar on one of my red cheeks. I can never get over that name. Don't remember having a rival with him. Oh, he's a member of the Ring of Honor, right. Well, I hope he doesn't kill me now. So, hey. Oh, right, I don't have war focus. Can't ask a duel. But I'll tell you what I can do. Antagonize him. He may be happy with me, but I'm gonna get him antagonized. Because at times, when you antagonize somebody, it can lead into duels, so be careful. Just focus on counting your checks. Counting your checks. Count your, what's that word? Income. The amount of money you get. After all, you're a Sogdian. You're a foreign merchant. 6. Oh, spend a little. There. So now they'll be up at port level 6, where enemies cannot assault the holdings if a huge army were to ever come here. We don't have the income like we used to. Looking. I thought of, it's like, yes, we have the tributary in Rajputana, also Gujarat and Mawa, that's the other kingdom titles they hold. And this merchant republic that we helped create, and made a tributary state out of them, which they haven't made a single fuss of them. So I thought about, well, we don't have anything now. So I thought, well, Egypt can expand up there. Pretty much it's going to expand all the way to there. The way that's going to keep up. Oh no, there is another independent. Well, you are my heir, and you are quick-minded, so I gotta give you a bit of a bonus. You got more towards intrigue. There now, port level 6. Here we go again. Go crusade somewhere else. That reminds me of Chernigov. They could crusade to Chernigov. As Chernigovian subjugation. Zoroastrian. Okay, they will have a Zoroastrian overlord. That'll make things better. Hey, wait a minute. That guy I just imprisoned, Abdullah. I mean, I imprisoned him today, right? Because I saw he had an artifact. Would you look at that? The Sword of Muhammad? Water the Blessed Mantle? The guy with the Muslim artifacts. It's too bad I'm not a Muslim. Hey, here's something. And he's got health books too. Guy fancies himself as a collector. Yeah, Shia Muslim, which is a Druze heresy. You know what? I'm gonna have to seize that from him. I cannot use it, but it's going to stay in that treasury. Basically, it's like displayed in your trophy room. Yeah, we got the Sword of Muhammad. And if I ever find a very good commander that happens to be a Muslim, maybe I'll give it to him. If he's serving the Persian Empire. You're a disgrace. That's all I gotta say about you. It's too bad I can't arrest him again. Because he's a vassal of a vassal. We got more gems. By the way, how many resources do we have exactly? None but this. That's the reason why we are urgent to look for resources. After all these years, we've neglected our economy. Well, start making more. And don't spend any assets. Because it's much easier to level up now. Well, is that so? Yeah, why not? Let's arrest him. Move up. Gotcha. There's a high demand for grain. Well, we don't have to go to the market to get grain. So, the question is, who's got grain? One of your vassals, yeah, I recall one of the Bosnian vassals, that lives around there. His name's Tomas, if you know the guy. Actually, there is a way to check that. Ah, yes. He's actually the satrap slash Ekshid of whom? You got any grain? No? No, there is another way. Grain. Yeah. You just type a name of an artifact and it'll show up. So, like this man, for example. You got grain. Yes, he does. Alright, you Cyplic loony. I would like to... Is not currently an event involving goods. Shoot! That means we can't buy him any of these guys. Actually, we can. It's just... Maybe he's involved in the middle of something, but... Well... It's 50 assets, based on the society's influence. Which is currently 51. I mean, sure beats, spend assets to go to the market and spend a little bit... Well, transactions the same. Oh, what do you know? He actually lives right here in Samarkand County. So anyways, give me your grain. Knowing you're willing to cooperate, let's just do it at market value. Let's just be cheapskates here. I received your offer from a sack of grain and I find it wanting. I'm sorry, but I have to refuse to trade. You'll regret refusing such a great offer. Well, damn, at least I tried. Okay, fine, we'll try that again, but above market value. Greedy people. So I've wasted 100 assets, and what I get in return is 100 assets. But you made some money back at market value. Hey, at least it ups the influence on good trades. If you get up the influence to 70, you could start a trade war. By you mean the entire trade league. Every 125 of them. Of course you'll get your gems. It's because that's the only local trade good we can get these days. Sogdia is no longer sheep country. And I'm kind. And it's not good to be kind. Stone quarry in Nakshab. Get to work then. Soon we'll be getting stones. Which is good, because we need that to build a warehouse in the future. To, you know, store the said trade goods, which we don't have much. But you may never know. Yeah, sure, whatever you want. Yeah, mega project is right. Massive city walls, not just massive city walls, but a great wall. Comparable to China, but this will be the Great Wall of Sogdia. And I will be alive to see the early stages of it, but I won't be alive to see its fullest potential. Of course, this would take a century to get them all up to stage 4, if you even got the money for that. Whoa! Made him angry. Although he's feeling depressed. And he's got a son. Well, let me tell you something, Nanai Farn. This is basically my way of saying a pre-duel taunt. That son right there, what's his name? Irkin. He is not your son. He's a son of a bitch! My opponent looks nervous, his arm a little ill-fitting, and I briefly contemplated asking whether to do this another day. A moment later, I snap out of it. Light in the fresh morning air sharpened my senses instead. The menacing man is soon on the ground, groaning in pain. I take it I win this fight. I come out unscathed, while he's disfigured and severely injured. And he just died about a day or so later, because of combination of depressed and severely injured. So, vengeance is mine. But I'm not sure what it'll be challenged, but that's none of my business. I got what I wanted. At least I didn't challenge to a duel, otherwise I would be seen as an uncivilized dueler or what. Oh yeah. I'll get you too. One day. Oh no, it won't happen. He's craven. I mean, putting a bounty on him is like beneath me. I'm not willing to spend gold for setting up bounties for people of the Fighters Guild inside of this room to go after. Possible split. Oh, I keep forgetting about the tutor thing. I gotta get me one of those. The only tutor we have is for war. Ah, Uncle Karush, a war veteran. Yeah, you shall be the tutor, but I need an administrative tutor. Best administrative tutor in the world is apparently him, Bagachi. Not sure. I'd rather have somebody that's just as... I was about to say, somebody virtuous and just. A guy like him, I wouldn't want to be tutored with somebody with anger, just cynical. So, the Croatian Zoroastrian, he'll come over here, even though he's extremely temperate. Fine by me. Hratsky. You will be the administrative tutor, and you're going to be the man to tutor me. Or not. I mean, I thought I had the ability to, but oh well. Because sometimes you can get tutored, as long as it doesn't say tutor or tutored, and it doesn't say. And I know my wife, well, at least she picked up a philosophy before she dropped out. She was never graduated. But you get, you people, what I'm saying, right? About these tutors. You've seen it in many an episode of any young ruler. By the way, these trade posts. Because if you want to keep up with the income, you gotta... Let's not get greedy here. If I was to make somebody pay tribute to me, it would likely be them. Zoroastrian revolt. Anyways, whenever they leave the defensive pact, we gotta make them extort tribute to us. That's what's gonna happen in the future. Tributary wars. Because we need to make more money because we're using, well, I don't think it's half of our money, like 40, I mean, you think of the math here, right? Because the retinue upkeep and the great work construction we're having, all these taxes, trade income, and tribute and whatnot. It's supposed to be... So, no, that's like... you're bad at percentages. Just accept the fact. You're never good at math when it comes to money. Let's just say it's a lot, alright? Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. Depending on situation, so-called. If China ever gets their act together, and if we want to make more money to finance our wall mega project, we need to get these countries paying tribute to us, so we can finance it. We already have Rajputana and Sokatra. Byzantine Empire is going to be the exception because those are the ones that are to be conquered in the future. So likely India, Shura Empire to be exact, because they make good money. And we get 40% of their income if we were to extort tribute from them. And how much money do the Byzantines make? And, well, we won't know because they haven't. But we do border with Burgundy, but they don't make that much. What about British Empire? We have no... Can't spell out with them. I assume... No, they don't make that much either. Even with the tributes. He just died. Stress, okay. Is the new one again? I was looking. No, lived too far to extort tribute. concubines. Why didn't I think of that? I mean, 2 sons is good enough, right? Well, once she turns 40, maybe I'll get me some concubines. Because, you know, because I'd like to see that dynasty spread a little bit more than the previous ones. Even a Mongol Empire joins. That'll definitely tell these Crusaders to buzz off. After years of confusing warfare and shifting alliances, the Chinese Civil War is finally over. The foreign dynasty has fallen, and China is once more ruled by a native Han emperor. Zhu, the former governor of Chang'an, defeated not just the loyalist armies, but several rival rebel factions. Things are slowly returning to normal in the Middle Kingdom, and the Silk Road is safe again. Good, I could use some new silk clothes. Finally! Let the silk money flow. Now, China is free again. Because these last, how many decades? 30 decades, it was just madness. So, oh yeah, he has issues with Indians. He likes Indo-Aryans, that's the North Indians, but he doesn't like Dravidians, the South Indians. That sounds about right. And again, we have the ability to... Well, it's still unrest, but be careful. He's an expansionist. So, may want to maintain our readiness that he may want to come over here. Actually, no. I think he would rather attack the Mongol Empire because these are the usual areas of the Western Protectorate. So, keep up on your toes. I'm sure China wants a bit of revenge against the Mongols up there. Recent events in the Korean Empire has caused various rebel factions to rise up in and around the Middle Kingdom. One of them is Shahanshah, in charge of the Jurchen tribe descending upon the west from the mountains. Wherever he goes, his countryside is left ablaze. Throughout the region, people are praying for someone to deal with hostile raiders. He's going after the Mongol Empire. He's appeared right now. And Karakorum. Well, let's just hope he doesn't annihilate the entire Mongol Empire. If he comes to this country, well then those Tokharians, and we'll take care of them. And let's start getting stones. He's going south. I think he's coming for the riches of Samarkand, so we'll get incense a little later. Keep your eye on it. Oh, there they are. They managed to hold on. Okay. Going to come up. Yep, just as I suspected. Heading to Tokharian territory. While I will become a merchant. But I do need the gold though. Even though the castle tax here in Samarkand will be lowered. Do what you gotta do. Once he lands here, attack. Lands? He's not on a boat. It'll be here on the 30th. No? He's not coming? He's going to Danhuang. Maybe for this defenseless area. Or just continue to ravage the Mongol countryside. Go into a human, yep, just probably head to there. I got my eye on you because I'm suspicious. Our servant comes to me in panic and exhausted. He says there is an intruder in your warehouse. The thief is most likely after your goods. I don't have a warehouse, but I must go. Leaves in your warehouse seems to only be a child. I'm gonna go catch that boy. Curse that brat. How is he not tired yet? All that running is making me look like an out-of-shape slob. The child escaped. Little bastard. Now I'm wounded because I tripped. Because I'm gluttonous. I'm not fat, but I eat a lot. Jamshid, red cheeks. No wonder why they call you red cheeks, because you're easily embarrassed. Patrician Sviatova. Wait a minute, there's another merchant republic? Just give it a moment. It's from the, oh yes, the Doge of the Republic of Kartli. We'll go buy some incense soon. And as a merchant, I can, oh! Actually, there's a much better idea. Don't just buy them off directly. Get a caravan. And we gotta prepare the caravan. We got the money here, so give them lots of funds and send some of my levies since we live in relative peacetime. Now we gotta go find incense. Let's find a resource map where they have incense workshop. Where they're more than likely to have them. No? I mean, you may never know. Incense workshop. Okay, there's a maybe. Hey, you got incense around there? You can see the shipment, so you can send your caravan to buy them off from there. So just go to every area. Okay, those two here. There it is. Incense in Antioch. You must be the guy. Yes. No, you idiot. Send it there. Send a caravan to... Don't have the assets. Well... Okay, wait 2 months. Let's just hope the caravan is not visited there and beat us to it. Okay, you've got 1 more month, then we'll send a caravan there. Bingo. Okay. Antioch. Not Alexandretta. Oh, it's been here for a while, so it's gonna stay around, so we'll definitely buy the incense, so we are so gonna get it. And it'll be back in 2 years' time. No need to buy them off directly to spend your assets, just send your caravan there and go get them at a cheaper price. There he is! He's raiding. What's his combat skill, by the way, if I ever get into a duel with him? I don't think it would be recommended because I'm wounded. And just to make damn sure, get the Bosnian Holy Woman and get the Tokharian. wait for the morale to go up. Good enough. Alright, give them the works. And stay out. Ah, Karush. Good mind, Karush. I hope you pick up shrewd, so you'll have the equivalent of genius. I mean, it feels like we're long overdue for this empire to have a genius. And I will be around long enough to see it reach adulthood, and I will definitely send you to the academy. Ah, actually, that reminds me. Academies. Even though the situation is a bit precarious, and I know he's an expansionist, but... Oh, yeah, the goddamn Hindu uprising. I mean, we don't want to see another civil war. I mean, the value of the Silk Road increased, so I will send you one of my commanders. Yeah, that man. You know, you would prefer my uncle, but no, I'm going to give you him. Because I'm not too fond of that drunken court position, because should I ever get sick, I don't want him to botch it. So have fun with him. Let me send you a eunuch. The Croatian man did nothing for me, so you can have him too. So you've got yourself a Sogdian and a Croat. At your court. Be happy with what you got. We're going to use that grace for other means. Yep, no longer wounded after, you know, chasing that boy down. As we wait for the caravan to return to get incense, and after we buy the incense, then we'll deliver that trade good as a demand. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Speaking of demands. Hey, get out of here. There, it's back in my control, as promised. Did need it to go over to this area. And nobody bat an eye on me revoking one's title. Well, actually some do, but just, you're gouty, man. Huh. Master Jamshid, I've been negotiating some smaller deals and contracts with fellow members of Trade League. I believe that went rather well. They should be sending some more assets our way before long. Probably it's just prestige, so I'll just say, good, but do not become reckless after one good deal. You're smarter than that. Here we go again. Now she's fat. Not gluttonous, fat. Again. And you want more gems. Seems gems is really a valuable commodity around here. Seems they can't get them anywhere else but right here in Sogdia. At least we're slowly making our money back to the way we were before we started building up these walls. And now, time for me to go to China. Despite the precarious situation over there. So, now the Bosnian will take over the Persian Empire. Yeah, the Persian Empire of Toronto. She's a lot of things. She is the Benediction of Croatia. Start again. She is the Benediction of Bosnia, Croatia, Carinthia, Serbia, and now the regent of the Sogdian Empire of Persia and Turan. Small kitty is demanding your attention. Well, white cheeks, red cheeks. That's what I'm going to call that cat. White cheeks. Just be some country. Let me tell you a real life fact. I got 4 kittens living in my backyard. Mother cat is there. They're not exactly pets, they just live here. Domesticated as such, so they just, I guess they technically made them as pets. We got more gems. Come get your gems! I'll just go spend some time with her. Don't give her any gifts. Charitable is not a good thing when you're a member of the trade league. You've got to be greedy too. That's the key to success. Chuzak the Strong. We're not quite there yet. Needs a little more learning. Oh, God. As the days drag on, I find myself thinking back to after I sailed, wondering what is happening in the palace and how is Empress Chant faring without me there. When can I return her to return home to her? When my journey to the Middle Kingdom seems to never end. Some more love letters. Hakut. It's pretty simple, Sogdian name. But born normal, unfortunately. Unlike the rest of them. Benjamin of Taha. Renowned physician, mystic. I'll take big money for it. Whew. Greedy bastard. Satrapy of Thrace is mine. Of course, that means I hold too many satrapies now. I ought to destroy that. Not only to reduce it, but also, hey, I control this county, that means more money. Well, we can invest in that a little bit. Gotta get more income by other means. And the Babylonian economy is reborn. The Jewish university. Like Phoenix rising from the ashes. One would think those Jews somewhere in the Persian Empire must have heard. And it's like, wait a minute, his corpus is Jewish? Hey, boys, let's start up the economy again. Seems they're always in conflict. It's just a fluke. Anyways, they've always been at war. They haven't had time to put up their defense pact against us. And neither are the other nations. Halt! Comes a stirred voice as we approach the bridge. I'm Captain Huang of the Treasure Fleet. We're currently guarding the road of the Qin Empire. You, my fine lord, need to pay the bridge fee. The smirk on the man's face makes me hesitate. Yeah, you're just smirking because you want to hide the fact that you got chest pains. You sure got a library, including Kama Sutra, which belonged to one of their older captains of the treasure fleet. Look, I've done my moment spree, but I don't want to get my ass kicked again. So when in, wherever we are, we'll just pay up and me and my entourage are let loose. I am not in the mood to fight again. Caravan should be returning soon. The classic Sogdian camel caravan. And its shipments are not silk, but incense is what we're getting. Stop! Republic of... Yeah, he sure go ahead. Republic of Mesopotamia. Oh, Doge of Mesopotamia. Out of Sardinia, Corsica, of course. Satrapy of Mesopotamia, Satrapy of Thessaloniki. You're more qualified, you got the better skill. You shall have Thessaloniki. Plus, you're a genius. And as for Mesopotamia, it'll go to Armenia. Council's divided on this issue. I need another loyalist. It's a wonder how I'm still allowed to set up the council as I damn well please, despite the Bosnian regent saying otherwise. And speaking of Bosnia, they are expanding again. Going for this one county there. Lucky you, that means you'll get it very fast. And reuniting the rest of Carinthia. You know, he is the heir of Bosnia, but unfortunately, he's not going to have that great bloodline. Wait a minute, is that your child? No, that's someone else. Our caravans are approached by a smooth-faced Jurchen woman. They're still around, claiming to be a renowned trader. After finally getting my attention, she beckons me with her own horse, with something strapped to its head. Name Samangi. Samangiji. My God, Lord. My latest acquisition interests you? What you got there? Stewardship. I don't know. I don't like the fact that you're an intriguing person. But, guards, I'm suddenly in the mood for a gift. Didn't feel like spending. So I got the sculpture, and thus increasing more towards stewardship. Stewardship that's needed to eventually get up to 1,000 assets and become the guild master. Definitely further increased global trade value and trade posts. Slowly but surely we're making all that money again. Caravans are turned. Hope you got that incense. Here we go. Buy it at 400. So you mean cheaper the price rather than we've got to directly negotiate this guy and spend it above market value, and that'd be a waste of both money and assets. So there you go. Buy it. We got what we wanted. Oh, I have to return from China first. Castle Town's finished over there. Whatever that makes us more money, spend a little if you got to. No need for concubines, I guess. Just the two of us. So once I return from China, deliver the trade good, and end the episode. And of course, after all this time, at least the threat level gets lower and lower, and then we'll start doing tributary wars. So we're in China now. I think I may be the first Sogdian visitor to China in since when? And you can look up the country. Yeah, he was there, so. Basically, the first time since the Vashta. My great-great-grandfather. Actually, that's great-great-great-grandfather. The Vashta, the wise murderer. He was the last ruler to have visited China. The high priest started ceremonies right again inside the Taoist temple. The disciples enter in meditation and bring themselves in harmony with the cosmos. I'll join in on their ceremony. Just want the Emperor to view favorably of me. Because, you know, he's an expansionist. And if he gets at everything altogether, I fear that he may attack us one day. I mean, if you recall back in the days of check the Turan Imperial title. Back in those days of Nazgul, Ransta, they fought against China. Oh, not again! Civil War! My goodness. Oh, there goes the silk money again. Finally, an attractive daughter that Korush can be betrothed to. We gotta get back to that tradition. There you go, we got somebody to be betrothed to. We gotta get back to that old Zoroastrian tradition of Exalvada. I haven't reached the glorious capital of the Qin Empire, at least for now. It only takes a few days before the ministers approach me, offering to read, discuss chapters from the writings of Master Gon. They think I, as a Zoroastrian, would be particularly interested by the section on revolving the vital breath. I don't know if it's a good idea. I mean, stewardship is the most important thing. I'll gamble on it. Nonsense. I want to look around the palace. Perhaps a tour. I mean, I don't know if that emperor's going to even be around for long, so... Oh, I got it! 24 now. Gotta get rid of gluttonous one of these days. There is a way. Do theology. You have a learning education. You come from that. So you were raised to be a cleric instead of a merchant. If I get low level tier of the Kowtow, then I'll just say, well, I just came here for stewardship after all. Marzapanet is mine. Where's that area? We're way down there, so give it to Abyssinia. I got a pile of 2 piles of books and a cart of potteries. Guy was a member of the Trade League. Good. What's not good is I'm getting a little sick here. I'm glad that I hired Benjamin. Oh, it's just a flu from being out there for so long. Well, now I'm red cheeks again. Because you got the flu, even though most of that's in the nose. And somebody's been spreading rumors about me. I mean, it's been there for a while. So just never noticed until now. Don't do mystical treatments. Not in the mood for that, so let's just take it easy. My eyes widened when he let it go to my chambers. The foul smell of flatulence made it both cover my noses, but the physician pulled my hand away. Apologies, my lord. This is the treatment. He recommended deep breaths. Damn it. So that's -3. I should survive. They don't tend to last long. But get me a new court physician. I am not in the mood to get another treatment from him. Get the hell out of here. Shot John Beholder. The Emperor's kept his eyes on me, the chief minister says. However, he's very busy. He is, however, busy and thought more fitting about in here instead. Occupied throne room. Just take it, okay? I just bow before the depiction of you. Just make it look like, hey, at least I did what I did. Now, go drink your fountain of youth. Quickly. You're 30 years old again. And, deliver that trade good. Got your 1,000. Here we are, we're back at 10,000 now. And this would be as good a time as any to, then stop this episode right now because, whew, well, things are looking up. And looking up is right. These steplands over the horizon, one merchant would or raider would travel, like they would travel the empty steppe of Sogdia, and then they would see this wall being under construction. They're like, "What the hell is that?" This is, oh, we're building this great wall. It's 38% done right now. So it said it is to be done by 1261. We still got a long way to go from having these finished, as long as we keep financing it and we don't get ourselves bankrupt and whatnot. And our monthly balance, it just tends to vary up or down. But we got to figure out ways of how to get more money, either by selling trade goods or buying whatever is necessary in order to create them. And a few other things that we got to do to keep these trade goods from being stolen by thieves. Like that time that I tripped and got hurt for chasing that boy. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say that Jamshid Red Cheeks, well, he could be our next great merchant, but not the greatest since Darius, but he's getting there. As long as he doesn't get himself hurt more, or get himself sick with ill treatments. But at least he has children, and maybe a few more along the way. Oh yeah. At least we're back at the 10,000 gold again. So we can finance more works if need be. As Bosnia has expanded to the rest of Carinthia, while in Sogdia, an ambitious project is under construction. Arushana, Bukhara, Nakshab, and Chaganian is where the Great Wall of Sogdia will be built. And when it's finished, then those invaders who wish to invade the rich lands near Samarkand, they're going to think twice about going over there. This retinue here is our guards. Even though we haven't had any raiders lately, but they will return one day. I assure of it. And I assure you people will be tuning into the next episode of the Sogdian Saga, as it will continue on for about a couple more episodes, because, well, we're building these things now, so we're going to have to extend that series a bit more because of this massive project we're undertaking, which has taken up quite a bit of strain of our economy, but we're going to find ways to improve it soon enough. And if China gets their act together with their endless civil wars. So we hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, so long for now.